Hello everyone, and welcome to another Buy Request Friday. This week we're doing... 2 weeks ago Zacharek asked me to do something on RedPower. Now I've seen this mod and it looks super interesting, so when he asked that, I had to jump on it. It also helped that I've also received a couple of private messages on it as well. This RedPower mod is absolutely ridiculous. I'm using RedPower version 2. On the screen right now you should see a bunch of different videos playing. These are all for different sections of this video actually. So I'm just putting it all in the one big video. And so click one if you want to go directly to each of the parts, or just hang on for a sec and I'll get started. There's 4 different sections. We have the ICs, the integrated circuits, we have machines, we have the wiring and lighting, and world generation. The first step, I'm going to show you a bunch of different components. So we've got the stone wafer here. You get that by cooking smooth stone. The stone wafer, and you put redstone on top. That makes a stone wire. And if you want to put a redstone torch on top, that makes a stone cathode. Now these components are all the main components of building any of these integrated circuits. And here's a stone pointer. So we've got these 4 points here. Right, here we have a whole bunch of integrated circuits, and they're equivalent on the left, and here's the circuit on the right. So here we have a regular or repeater. You have 1 tick, 2 tick, 3 tick, 4 tick delay, and it goes to the block in front of you. Here we have the same but different. Here we have 1 tick, 2 tick, 4 tick, 8 tick, 16 tick, 32, 64, 128. I feel like I missed one because it only goes up to 128. I think maybe it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Anyway, it's ridiculous. So if I set this to 32, no, that's a 64, and we turn it on, we'll see this one's good. That one's still charging. It's going to turn on in a sec. There we go. Now when I turn this off, it's going to stay on for 64 ticks. Oh, amazing repeater. So you can pretty much just use that as a timer there itself. And this is a horrible 4. You know, it's nothing. And this will just, yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, the next one is the NOT gate. If you haven't noticed already, the recipe to build these things is in the top left. I think I've decided it's going to be in. A NOT gate is basically just an inverter. You run power over here and it inverts the signal. So same with this, except this one has actually 3 inputs and just as many outputs. So when it's off, we have 1, 2, 3 outputs. Same with over here. This is actually a much cheaper alternative. However, with this option, you can't really have anything above it. If you want to put redstone directly above it, you will see... Where are we? If you want to put redstone directly above it, this torch is going to interact with that, and you might not want that. So this makes it much better for stackability, because we can put a redstone above that and it's not going to interfere at all. So that's the NOT gate. Now we're at the AND gate. This one's pretty basic too. If you put a signal into both of these, it's going to turn this torch on. If you put a signal into none or 1, nothing's going to happen. So you can see there in the distance our redstone not changing. Turn both of them on, and you can see that is now on too, and we have the same over here. Now this one actually is fairly similar in size, but again, vertically this is much shorter, and you can also have a third input here. You can actually cycle through where you want the inputs to be. You can see there's a little bit of gray there. That means those inputs are not being counted, only the other one, which is pretty cool. Next we have the NAND gate. It's pretty much the same as the AND gate, but it's not. I guess that's what the N means. I never actually did a lot of electronics as a kid, so I'm guessing that's what the N means, not AND. So you can see here when both of them are on, instead of being on like that one, it's off. Well, actually, the settings are wrong. There we go. That's the way it should be. So that one's on when both are on. This one is off when both are on. Here we have the OR gate. The OR gate means this wire is going to turn on if any of these other inputs are on. So you can see here, on. This stuff is pretty self-explanatory, but all of these components are really important for any redstone system. So here it's exactly the same. Looks kind of just like a repeater when you're doing it like this, but let's pop down a lever just to prove it. See? Anyway, this one is a NOR gate, and again with the N it's the opposite. So this is not, I guess, not an OR gate. I don't actually know. If any of these inputs are on, it turns that off. Same with that one there. And as proof, here you go. Now these little circuits aren't really reducing that much space. I mean, here we have just a single block. It's not really reducing any space at all, and actually this is much more expensive to build. But when we get to the bigger stuff like this, the XOR gate, I don't actually know if that's how you pronounce it, but that's how I'm going to pronounce it. Look how big this is. Now these are all just the diagrams pulled off the wiki, but they're generally used. I didn't use any pistons designs just because I didn't want to. So that's what, 3 by 5, 6? No, 3 by 5 and by 2 tall, not including the extra one above that you wouldn't be able to build on. And here it's just one block here, just one block. So an XOR gate means it will always be off. Sorry, it will always be on as long as these two do not equal each other. So if that one's on, it's on. If this one is on, it's on. But if both of them are on, it's not. And if both of them are off, it's not. The OR, I guess, X, I think I read it's exclusive OR. It just means that they have to be opposite for the output to be on. And this one here, the XNOR gate, exclusive not OR, I'm guessing, is basically the opposite. So you can see the output is on, turn one of them on, and the output is now off. Where, as opposed to this one, it's the opposite. So that's the XNOR. Again, much smaller in design. Here we have the typical RS NOR latch. These are my favorite multi-purpose memory cell. They're amazing. Basically, once you get an input going in here, it'll change the state of this redstone torch. So it stays the other way. Even if you turn this off, it will remember that's the way it is. And we do that one, does exactly the same thing. And here is the integrated circuit equivalent. Pretty much exactly the same. You turn this switch, switches to the other side, turn this switch, switches to the other side. Now I will note, however, these inputs are not isolated. So unlike this, these, once you release the power is gone from the inputs. However, that is not the case here. Another thing that's not so great about this one, you need to have about a 4 square area for this to work. And there are some pretty cool vertical orientated ones. So here we have, if I power this lever here, it's going to stay on at the top, and this one's going to stay on if I pull that one there. And now that is thin, it's a single block wide, which is awesome, and this one cannot do. However, again, you can build stuff directly above this and it's not going to interfere with anything. Next one is the pulse emitter. This one, here's our little monostable circuit, and it's made to be the same length of time. So when you turn it on, you'll see a tiny little pulse come out the end. Doesn't even matter how long this is on. This one does exactly the same thing. The only problem is this one is adjustable, and I guess that's a problem with the integrated circuit as opposed to this one. This one you can make longer, and in fact, if you used one of the we can even extend this. Just add some repeaters in there. And from what I have seen, this mod does not have an equivalent of exactly that. It's close. And in fact is much smaller. However, if we increase these lengths, you can see we're going to have quite a lot longer of a circuit. But I guess at the same time, you could just use the super long repeater over there instead. This next one is a sequencer. Oh yeah, I forgot to turn it on. So these pretty much suck. So I powered it up, and you can see it sequences through each one. And this is about as close as equivalent as I could get. Problem with repeaters, of course, if you log out, log back in, they stop. Here we have the same thing. It's set to quite a long time. Let's set it to 1 second. No. That'll do. You can see how fast it's going around now. You can even make it slower. Now this is going to be really loud. Click, 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 click. There you go. Much smaller, much more reliable. If you leave the game and come back in, this is still going to be going. Here's our timer. Another case of just a simple clock. Goes all the way around, comes back. It's bloody massive. Here we have the other one. If you turn this off, if you power this clock, it turns off. So no clock movement. Turn that off, and now we've got movement. Of course, you can configure this. You can configure this to be as long or as short as you want as well. Again, quite a big circuit into something tiny, 1 block big. However, none so drastic as this one here. This is a basic redstone counter. The design was made by Minecraft Addict. So what you do here is you press a button and the counter goes up by 1. See at the end there? Press it again. Goes up by 1. Press it again. Goes up by 1. What you have here is exactly the same thing in only 1 block. So when we press this again, goes up 1 more. Now when I press it 1 more time, because this is set to 5, turns that on, and we're at 5. An amazingly hugely compact. Well, this is super compact for a regular redstone, but it's nowhere near to this. This is crazy. So that's pretty much all of the integrated circuits. And I guess if you want to hang around, here is the next part of RedPower. Yes, there's a lot more where that came from. Okay, so the next part we're going to do is lighting and wiring. First we're going to do the lighting, and for that, actually no, I'm going to teach you how to do the alloy furnace, and I did not give myself enough bricks. 1, 2, that should do. Right, so we need to build an alloy furnace. just so we can get... So that's how you build an alloy furnace, sorry. Bricks all around the side. Yes, I know, I'm a really good teacher. And then we put that in here. And we're going to use copper. And we're going to use redstone. Now you don't have to use copper. Yes, this mod comes with a whole bunch of new metals as well. So we've got brass there, some iron. Well, that's not new. But anyway, we're going to let that cook. While that's happening, we're going to build lights. Now I've got some regular old lapis here. And you're going to put it like that. Oh, you know what? I took all of the redstone. There we go. You're going to make it look like this. You're going to put a glowstone dust, redstone dust, and that makes 2 of this lumar powder. Now this lumar powder can be made in every single color, which is awesome. Next, this powder you place like that, redstone, and surround it with glass, and you have a blue lamp. Now this lamp can be powered by redstone. So let's plug it in. Off. Yes, amazing, right? That's pretty much all the RedPower lighting does. However, that's so cool. Anyway, over here in our little alloy thing, we have red alloy ingot. Oh, so how many redstone does it need per? Oh, it must need like 2 copper. But anyway, you can alloy any of these into this red ingot. Now, the reason we do that is because this red stuff is way better than regular redstone. And we can make wire out of it. Red alloy wire. With this wire, it's awesome. This is a regular redstone track, and you see the blue light? That's as far as it goes. That's it. This stuff, it's amazing. See that light all the way down the end there? You know the reason why it didn't turn off right away is because it's in a chunk so far away, it didn't update immediately. But if I was down there, you would see it did. And not only that, but it's crazy. It can go everywhere. So let's take out some of this wire here. And we can just run this sucker anywhere we want. Straight up walls. Straight down walls. We can even, if I could see it, even go along the roof. Look at that. Incredible. And even with this length, crazy long, the light turns on. And the light's getting dark. The sun. Oh, I'm looking forward to that sun turning into a circle. That's going to be sweet. And actually, we can let the sun go down. Let's look at these next little experiments we have here. So, the length of this stuff is way better. Now, let's say you have this configuration. You want 2 wires directly next to each other. Now, with this stuff, you can't, because it works the same as redstone and it connects to itself. However, you can make this stuff called insulated wire. To make that, you just use your red alloy and some wool, which I don't have on me. Let's get some out of here. 4, 5, 6. Now you can make this stuff out of any of the colors of wool. Right, now I have some insulated wire, and we can actually connect it. However, the different colors of wire do not talk to each other. So you have these 2 wires directly next to each other, and they're completely independent. Let's say you want to go even more compact. We have this stuff, which is called, I don't actually know. It's a bundle of cables anyway. I'm gonna put the recipe on the screen for you. And what that is, you run different colored cables into this cable, and it transfers all the way down through there. So even though there's only one block wide here, the blue only talks to the blue, the white only talks to the white. Now we put this to the real test. Maybe I should light this up just a little bit. We'll use regular old torches. So you can see here a lot of different colors of wire. It all goes into the same bundle of wire out and into different orders. You see there's the teal, I think that one is. I don't actually know. And the teal's all the way over the other side. Same with the gray. Yellow's over there. If we turn this light blue one on, this light blue one over here goes on. I want to turn this orange one on all the way over here. It's freaking awesome. I wish Minecraft had this functionality. The amount of compacting this could do, sending multiple different signals down a single wire, is really cool. So this is cool, right? But that's not all this mod comes with. Let's check out machines. Oh, I forgot to mention, you can also make a saw, because this mod doesn't have enough crazy stuff as it is. So here we have a sapphire handsaw, and you can cut blocks. So I'm cutting this stone slab, and you can cut them again, and you can cut them again, and you can cut them again. Cover strip, and again, till they're teeny tiny. I'm pretty sure you can't cut those. No. Okay, and the reason I'm doing all this cutting is because if you cut one of these and you have a block of the right size, and if you grab this redstone, this red alloy, and you cover it up, I think it's that one. Now we have something called a stone jacketed wire. I guess you can jacket these with anything. Now this wire is really cool because you can go straight up or to the side or over here. You can go wherever you want with this thing. You don't have to sit it on a block at all. And then when we connect it down the bottom with some more of our redstone wire, and do I have that'll do. Torch. So you put some on the bottom there so it's connected, and then you can run a cable out from it. If I put a torch in here, we get light out there, just big enough for this. Don't know the range of that, but that's pretty cool. And also this, you can do cool. Look, I made a chair with thingies. Will that work? No. With I guess that can be a controller. I have no idea. Let's put this chair on wheels. There we go. These tiny blocks can be used for loads of stuff. Can I stand these up? Guess not. Oh, you know what'd be cool? Yeah, I'm getting distracted. What was the next bit? Oh yeah, machines. I feel like I'm on the shopping channel. But wait, there's more. What we have here is pipes and machines and things and such. This one destroys blocks. This one right here. And basically it destroys a block and spits it out the back, and it will go in this tube and into this chest. This chest currently has 15 cobblestone. This block here, what this does is sucks a single block out of this chest. This pipe here is useless and does not have a function. So as I was saying, this block here sucks blocks out of the chest. Now it's going to run that down here. What we have on these two are filters. This one is configured to filter sand. This one is configured to filter cobblestone. So when we turn this on, and it's just one of those little clocks that will slowly tick away, it's going to break this whole stack of sand, and it's going to slowly spit out stuff one at a time. So you can see these little blocks moving around. You can see the cobblestone going straight through exactly where it needs to. Now we've got sand going in, so we're going to have some sand mixed up with the cobblestone. Or it's all just going to be sand until the cobblestone comes out. So you see the sand, it's going down here. And before, the cobblestone was going straight through. Once this sand's run through, it probably goes in order of positioning in the chest. And look, now we've got cobblestone. It's going to go straight through this filter here instead. Oh. So let's turn this clock off. And there's one... So I'm not really good at this stuff. I've never used it before, and this is all I could come up with. But there is this really cool one here. Now, you see in here is a flint and steel, and in here is empty buckets. Now, I'm going to pour some water on the ground, because that's what all the cool kids are doing these days. And in this was an empty bucket, 2 empty buckets actually. And in this one is flint and steel. These blocks, they make the action of whatever's inside them in front of them. So when I turn them on, well, this fire is not going to work because there was water all over it. However, one of these buckets is now full of water. Now when I turn this off and turn this one on again, it will try to fill another bucket, but it won't do anything. But this one will use the flint and steel on the block directly in front of it to set it on fire. Won't turn off, but yep, it'll stop burning eventually. So what have we got so far? We've gone through the ICs, we've gone through this awesome lighting, we've gone through these amazing wires, we've gone through these machines. But wait, there's more. I'm gonna fly all the way over here. And this is probably one of the things that I was so unexpected to get. Like, this is it's called RedPower, and its primary use is, you know, redstone and electronics, and we have this. It also generates new sorts of trees. So we've got this nice bit of shrubbery right here. In the caves, there is copper, tin, all sorts of things. There's even different sorts of land masses. The hell is that? Is that a volcano? Man, just cover it over. Oh, it didn't like that. Ooh. It is. I wonder how low it goes. Oh no, that's it. Ooh. Got a ravine with this white stuff. No idea what that is. Oh. Emeralds. tin, sapphires. Oh, what's that? And rubies. Very cool. But this, you know, there is so many different things in this mod. I'm shocked. So many different things, and these trees are freaking awesome. Look at them. I guess they're rubber trees. They got rubber in them, I'm sure, for a further update. But this mod is still very much in development, and right now he's working on adding computers into Minecraft. Not like pretend computers with just a screen that blinks on you know, in front of you, but real working computers inside Minecraft. So the dream of making Minecraft in your Minecraft is one day gonna become a reality. So I certainly look forward to that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this week's Buy Request Friday. That was the RedPower mod. If you want to leave a request for next week, make sure you put it down below. Next week is the season finale. I secretly want to do a roller coaster, but if you think of something better, certainly put it down there. But I wouldn't be opposed to someone writing, you know, I would request a roller coaster, because that would be really fun to make for a season finale. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, check out the link in the description for this amazing RedPower mod. It's amazing. And if Notch would just implement this whole bloody thing, we'd see Minecraft in Minecraft a lot sooner than we are right now. Anyway, thank you for watching Buy Request Friday, and see you next week. So I was finishing the last of the editing on this video, and I just learnt that Eloram, the creator of this mod, is actually a girl. I might have said he a few times in the video, so I'm sorry about that if you're watching. Anyway, make sure you check in the description below for all the details on where you can download this mod. Check out it on the forums and the blog, where it keeps up with all the development.